So let's start with the revision of our first class. So there we have done the introduction to Python, where we have seen their two words, high level and interpreted language. Okay. So today we will be covering what we mean actually by interpreted in more details. Okay. Another was what were the key features. So three main key features we have discussed, that is simplicity, readability, and versatility. Okay. Next was future of Python, that where we have seen what are the different areas Python is doing great or having the most dominance. Okay, so there we have discussed about the AI, machine learning, web development, and scripting, right? Performance enhancement, synchronizations. So these are the few things that we have discussed yesterday, along with why we have chosen Python 3. So Python 3 is something that is currently getting updated if we compare it with Python 2. So that's why we are going with Python 3 currently. Cool. So now, as we have discussed already the key features of Python, so there we have discussed 3 points. Now, if we talk about the Python's more features and more characteristics and all, so there are mainly 9 Python features which we should be knowing before going to learn this. Okay, so I'll request you guys to go through it, read it, and anywhere in any keyword or anything comes up which you don't understand, please let me know. Okay, but first just go and read it. Cool, Rama?
Yeah.
Yeah, just read it. Ria, you also please go ahead with this. You can speak and read so that I will also get to know where you are. Okay, Rama?
Uh, I'm comfortable reading inside. Not to,
Okay, fine then, go ahead. Okay, let me know wherever you got stuck.
yeah, sure. What is this comprehensive standard library? Is that something inbuilt inside?
Tell me the point now.
Fourth one, extensive standard library.
Hmm, cool. So Python comes with a comprehensive standard library that supports various tasks such as fine handling. So this comprehensive standard library, you can just understand it like a support third-party libraries or third-party packages that we install. Okay. So actually what happened was like Python, what is Python? So Python is a language that is scripted, right? Now to add on special characteristics, more easiness and more work to be done, there are a lot of libraries which we pull in Python so that we work together with the integration of them. So that is called as libraries. And what we mean by comprehensive standards, so it is like we are having standard libraries which is coming with Python as well, and which is coming from third party as well. Okay, so as we yesterday also we have discussed, he was also asking whether we are going to learn about numpy. Okay, we have seen pypy. Okay, what are these are the libraries only that we take. Okay,
Mhm.
so we'll see. So for now I think this is enough information.
Yeah,
Yeah, just go ahead, and I think you should ask me a few more things. Why you have not asked the third point?
yeah, I understood that one.
No, that is actually a keyword. I yesterday I asked na
Okay.
to
Where is
make a note.
keyword?
So dynamically typed is a keyword. So just make a list. I mean, make a note. Write there high level language. Another note. I mean, another point is low level language. Another keyword is uh, interpreted language. Another keyword is dynamically typed. Okay, write these four keywords there, because you should be knowing these keywords. These are the keywords which generally in interviews they used to ask. And in interviews they will see when you will answer na, they will see if you are touching keywords or not. So even though you are understanding, but you should be using keywords in explaining your answers,
Okay.
so it is
High,
very important.
low level, high level.
High level
Um,
language, not
mhm.
only low level. High level
Yeah.
language, low level language.
Hmm.
Okay. Yesterday I told you about machine language also. Right there, machine language,
Hmm.
binary language, then go for interpreted language, then go for dynamically typed. Yeah, you are understanding, right?
Yeah.
How about the sixth one? Object oriented
Sixth
and
one,
functional
object
programming.
oriented. Remember yesterday I have explained procedure oriented and object oriented. Remember? Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yesterday, do you remember I have given you two terms, process oriented programming and object oriented programming. Write this one also, indentation. Okay. So this is also a part. I mean, you can say like keyword also helps us to track what we have read or studied earlier. So in that way also it will help you to recall things. I'm sharing my screen. Please see it. I'm writing the keywords.
Yeah. So in that sentence, when it says about object oriented, so
Hmm.
what is this exactly?
I'm telling you. Just a second. Just I'm writing the keywords for you guys so that next time we are not we are getting help, not getting issues. So high level programming language. High level language. Till now, both of you keep these keywords in your list. Okay. So is it visible?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
screen. Okay, fine. So see, the third point, the dynamically typed. Okay, the first 2 point you guys must be getting. Yesterday also we have discussed about the interpreted, right? The interpreted is something that it is interpreting. It is actually changing the machine language to the language that we can understand and all, and it is doing the same for the computer as well, like the machine for it, machine as well. Okay, we will discuss the interpreted in coming slides in deep. The third point is dynamically typed. Why Python is a dynamically typed language? So what happens here is like in dynamically typed, we do not have to provide the type of the type of the variable data. Okay. So see, there are different types of data. Like if we are saying, see, my name is Abhijit. Okay. But and the Abhijit is comprised of characters. It's like A, B, H, I. Okay. So these characters is forming this word, and therefore this word will be taken as the type as string. So if we ask what Abhijit, this keyword, this Abhijit word is having the type, then the type is string. So similarly, if we talk about numbers, if we are having 2 point, not point, only 2 or 13 or 15, so these numbers are integers. So what is integer? Integer is the type of the data. The data is having numbers. Okay, so when the data is having numbers, its type is integer. Cool. We will discuss also data types in deep, in properly. Okay, so don't worry on that part. See, the data type one, data type is int. Okay, so int is the first data type. Let's discuss this. Able to see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So when we write like this, so here the our data is 5 and its type is int. Okay, In Java, what happens, we have to specifically define it, like we will define int, and then we will define a name. Okay, this is the type, and now the name will come. Let's say number is the name, and then we will be providing like this. Okay, so this is the something that is happening in Java, whereas in Python we do not have to provide any of the type details, which will just be writing the name of the variable, and the value will be assigning like this. Okay, so this is the difference that came up. So what we will call this, we will call is dynamically type. Okay, and this is the initial version, we can just skip it. So when we say dynamically type, what it means is actually that python will python will understand in runtime. Okay, so what is the type of the variable? So what happens, there are two new terms I am including here. Okay, the one is static uh, static sorry sorry the one is compile time, and another keyword is runtime. Okay, so these are the two terms which I'm including today. So when we say runtime, it means when we will execute our test case. So test case means when we execute our program. So when the program will start running now, that time will be called as runtime. At that time, it will check. So when it will check, it will be getting this variable, and it will be getting this value. Depending on the value, Python will understand that the value type is int. We do not have to specify it, it will understand it by itself. So that is called as dynamically typed. So Python is a language which support this dynamically typed. So it is called as Python is a, we can, even while explaining Python definition, we can say Python is a high level interpreted and dynamically typed language. Okay, understood?
Yeah.
Cool. Ria?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So if we say here, if we ask you guys one question, tell me what is the variable and what is the, so just explain this. We are having three terms here, right? Just explain. First term is int. So what it is?
What
This is
kind of?
Data type.
data type. Correct. Another term is number. So what it is?
Variable.
Variable name. Okay. Or we can say variable also. Third point is, third is five. Okay. So what it is?
Variable value.
Very good. Variable value or data, we can say data. So data is something that we are feeding in the variable called number, and the data value is 5. Cool, write it somewhere. This is something now which a person, if they are learning for the first time now, they gets confused a lot. Okay, so I'll paste it in the chat, you guys can copy it from there. Hmm? That dynamically type is clear. See the definition. Variables are not explicitly typed. What it means, that we are not typing it explicitly. Like from our side, we are not giving it. Meaning you don't need to declare data types. We do not need to declare the types of the data types. Okay. Python assigns types dynamically during runtime. See, the keyword came runtime. Got it? Okay. You guys have missed, even I missed to tell you what is compile time, right?
Mhm.
Missed na? See, compile time, what it happens. So basically, before running the program, the code gets compiled. Okay, in that, what happens, there is a kind of check that used to happen. Okay, and this that checks each and every line of code whether it is written properly or not. Okay, so there are certain rules which Python itself knows, and they compile and check it. Okay, whether it is correct or not. Okay, so not only Python, every language is doing that. Okay, the compile checks. So when they check na, they gave us some errors. If we have written wrong syntax or something like that, it will give us the errors, and we can get to know that this is the thing. Then we can correct, and then we can go for the execution of test, I mean the program. Until and unless our codes are in proper way, we cannot execute it. And from doing that, like from just to save our time and efforts, rather to execute the wrong program, it is actually providing us a check before running it, I mean doing the runtime checks. Okay, so that is called as compile time. Got it?
Yeah.
So there are two types of errors also that we get. Some errors are actually based out of compile times, some from the runtime. So that is also an interview question which we will be going to cover again in the course. So there are a lot of such topics which will be getting repeated again and again. And just be patient, because see, when the things are getting repeated, it is actually making your memory more stronger about that topics. Okay, so
Yeah,
we will
can
be
you say again about runtime and compile time?
okay, cool. See, when we have written any command, I mean program. Okay, so let's say like I have provided this number, and I have proceeded the value 5. Okay, another what I did, I provided the same variable name, and I provided the value 6. Okay, and here what I did, I mistakenly provided this one, semicolon. Okay, which is not a part of syntax. So when we do this, the Python or the programming language will first check it. Not only, I mean, let's just skip the Python part. Okay, because we are just understanding the what is the term called compile time. So when we do this now, so our programming language will first check it whether it is rating correctly or not. It will check, and it will see that there is something wrong in line number 2. Okay, then it will give us some error. So that is called compile time. And when we get it, we see it, we correct it, and then it will be executing. Now see, what will happen is like the same variable are assigned two values. Okay, and we have just I'm giving an hypothetical situation that somewhere this is creating an issues. Okay, we are getting in conflicts and all. So how we got to know? We got to know when the program execute, right? So that is runtime. So before running program, okay, before running a program,
So runtime is like in Eclipse or in any IDE, it will show before executing the code.
yes, in Eclipse, see, in Eclipse also when we do something wrong, what is Eclipse? Eclipse in the IDE, okay.
Mm.
So Eclipse will be giving us syntax-based errors. It will be showing us there only. Okay, so there it is checking as well. But sometimes now when we execute that time also we will get some compile time errors. So code also, like the programming language also checks from their end whether the compile time is happening or not. Okay, I'll give the better I mean the practical examples, so don't worry on that part. So just understand, when the code executes, that is runtime, and before that if there is some error, we are calling it as compile time. Okay, so we have discussed till this fourth point. Now the fifth point is portability and platform independence. Portable means, if the literal meaning is we can take things from one place to another, right? Understood, right? Portable means. So here in code, what it means, like when we are sharing our scripts to another person for to the another machine, it should work, right? So like you are working on Mac, but if you are giving to Ria, she is working on Windows, so it should work, right? So that it means that it should be portable, and Python is a portable language. Okay, so we can even send the same keys, I mean same scripts, to any machines, and it will work. So it means that platform independence or portability. Okay, both are the same thing. You can add it in your keyword section. Now the things comes up like object oriented and functional programming. Remember yesterday also I have explained this. Object oriented means what? We are having an object, we are having a goal that we have to achieve. And when we are object oriented, our ways can be different. Our ways can be short, comprised, and like a efficient one. Okay, so it's not like procedure dependent, so we do not have to follow a lot of procedures. We can skip the things, we can directly go and achieve our object. So that it means that object oriented and functional programming it is. So it is preferring, it is having the ability to, so that we can program in an object oriented way. Okay, so there are basically few of the concepts that comes under object oriented that we will see later on. Okay, for now just you understand that Python is a object oriented functional programming language. Cool. Cool, guys.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, next is seventh point is large community and ecosystem. So Python is a very having a very vast community where whatever the issues we are facing, we can go and put it there, and we can get help from other people who are working or have faced the same issues in path. Like Stack Overflow is there, right? So we can go and paste our problems. So we can write our queries. We can describe the screenshots, screenshots or whatever, and we can get help because a lot of people are working there. So that is the thing. Next is extensibility and integration. So Python can integrate with other languages like C, C++, and Java, and can be extended using these languages when necessaries. Okay, this is simple thing, so there is nothing to explain in this. Next is high level language, which we have already explained. So Python handles memory management automatically and abstracts away low level details. So low level details is the uh, 0, 1, 1, 0, and all those things, machine level details. Okay, allowing developers to focus on high level problem solving. So these features are something like Python that gives Python a very versatility and a very becoming a very powerful language in the market. So we have done all these four. Control structures were left, right?
Yes.
Okay. So any doubt in the four ones? First four?
No, so far, no.
Cool. So you are understanding nothings?
Yeah, yeah. And, starting from a simple range. Yeah.
Yeah, it's simple. Everything will be simple once you know it. Until unless it will look hard. So now let's move ahead with this one. So this is like if else, if, elif, and else statement. Okay. So we will just do one thing. So I'll copy it. Let's go to PyCharm. So see these I don't want to again execute. So what I'll do, I'll use command and forward slash and I'll comment them. Okay. So that this will not get executed when I will run the new things. Okay. Save. Now paste it. So this is our script here. It will be like this. Okay, then it will be like this. Then it will be like this. And then again like this. Now tell me if you are understanding this. Sorry. Getting what I did? Indentation.
Yeah.
See, you got what I did. I did the I applied the indentation format. Okay, in which we should be writing our things here in Python. So initially it was written like in one line. Okay, like this.
Mhm.
So you can see like we cannot execute like this. If we will write it, we will be getting errors. Okay, because Python will not able to understand what we have written. Python will only understand when we will follow indentation. Okay, and this is a control statement. Okay, so what happens in control statement is like that we are controlling whatever the flows is happening. So when we are saying if is in a condition. Okay, we will read this again in coming slide. We are again coming up on this, but for now try to understand the much possible. Okay, don't, no need to be panic and all. So here it is like if is a condition. The first condition is that x, what is x is a variable.
Mhm.
X is a variable, and when x is greater than 0 we are putting, so it will check whether the value, the x what we are feeding, is greater than 0 or not. Okay, if it is greater than 0 means the condition got satisfied, and that's why it will come inside this if one. Okay, and then what it will do, it will execute the line number 29, which is print statement, and we will be getting result as positive. Another part how it will be like, if the condition is not matching, then it will go to check directly from 28th to 30th line. It will not go in 29th line. Why? Because 29th line is inside 28th line. Understanding?
Yeah.
Hmm. So that's why it will not go inside. It will come to 30th. Here it will find elif. Elif is a condition which will get executed if the if first if condition will be false. So we will not be writing only elif. Okay. So there will be no such condition where this thing will not be there. Got my point?
Yeah.
So you can see also we are getting errors. So if will be there, then only we can use if elif. Okay, we can. This is not mandatory. We can even remove if we do not have any such conditions or any such things. So we can directly go with if else, and that is fine. Okay.
Elif means.
Elif means if the first if condition is not true, then it will go to second if condition. That is elif. So see what happens is like if is one condition. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When we go for else, when it will go, when if will fail,
Mm-hmm.
then it will go to else.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is a between this we are having elif. So when we will be getting elif, even if will fail, the thing will not go to else directly, but it will
Mm-hmm.
first come to elif.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, I
if we
mean,
are having
is there
any
any
such,
full form for this elif, or it's just elif?
is else if.
Okay, else if. Okay.
Huh. So it is called as elif. Okay.
Yeah.
So see, there might be some condition now where you want to check for this one thing. If it's not true, then you again want to check for another thing. If that is also not true, then you say, okay, nothing is getting true. Let's take it out as the third statement, which is like nothing is true, like that.
Mm.
Getting my point? See,
Yeah.
I'll write it like that only. Uh, First condition match. You can take an example of two keys. Okay, you are having take it three keys. You are having three keys. Okay, so what and you are having one lock. So what you will do, you will go and check with one key. If one key works, then it's fine. If not works, then what you will do, you will go for second key. Okay, second key you tried, and the third key was very small. So initially only you understood that third key will be like it will be not the key of that lock. Okay,
Mhm.
so you will try with first two. First two didn't work, then you like by default only you will understand that the third key will also
Mhm.
not work, because that only that by seeing only we can get to know that it is not working, right?
Mhm.
So that is again, we will not try, we will just we got the impression that this will not work. So that is that kind of situation if we have, then we can go with these things. Even we can have multiple elif. Okay, this is also true.
Uh,
We can,
what if we use if condition first, else condition next, and then third condition is elif?
then elif will not work.
Okay.
Elif is only for the intermediate ones.
Okay. So how
Else is the
many?
last part.
So first condition and else condition should be first and last, and if we wanted additional
No,
L
no.
condition
Last
should
is
be in
also
middle.
not required if you don't need. You can even go for if single.
Mhm.
Got my
No,
point?
yeah. I mean, if the conditions are more than two, and this should be the way how we have to write.
This should be this way. See, this is a way that this condition when it will get executed only when if condition will fail.
Mm,
Okay, then only this will get executed.
mm,
But let's say that you are having a condition if one condition which is and the another you have two condition, and both are them are independent of each other. They
mm,
are not having any dependency. Like here, if the first statement will fail, then only the second statement will get executed, right?
mm,
So
mm,
second statement is having a dependency on the first one.
mm,
But scenario I'm saying that you are having two statements and both are independent of each other, then what you will do, you will not use elif. In spite, you will use another if condition. Okay,
yeah.
directly. So what it will do, what Python will do, it will execute both of them.
Mm,
Even if the first will fail, it will execute. Even if the first will pass, it will execute.
mm,
Hmm?
yeah.
In this condition, it might happen that if first will get executed, the another elif will not, and even
And
the else will not.
x double equal y. Why should we use double equal to?
I will tell those things. Don't worry.
Okay.
Those things I'll cover. Those are having some specific meanings. I'll tell you. Okay. So till this part, it is clear.
Mm.
if, elif, else, if, and if. All
Yeah.
those things are clear.
Mm.
Even you are having a combination of if else directly or even single if. Hmm?
Yeah.
You can write all these possibilities in your notepad or somewhere, because I'm telling these things, I'm not providing you any written things
Yeah. Yeah.
over it.
Sure.
So you can, if you want time, you just let me know. I'll pause for that time, you write it down in your language, and then we'll continue.
Yeah. Sure. Just 1 minute.
Sure, sure.
Should I only write elif x double equal to zero, print zero, and I no need to write that?
First write the combinations that those are possible.
No, because line number 31,
Like this.
32, 33, 34 are same, right? So should I write both?
No, no, no. And see, why I have written that, just to tell you that the conditions we can use like this. Okay. So that's why I'm saying you just write like this, if, else. Okay. This is one combination that is possible. Another is like if, comma, if, and else. This is possible. We can even say if, comma, if. This is possible. Okay. Or only if is possible. Okay. And then we will go with elif. So if, elif, and else. This is possible. Okay. Then if and L if. This is possible, but it will never be possible like this. Not possible that you can use directly elif, or might be after that if, or might after that something like else. So this is not possible. Okay. So the sequence, if you are altering with elif, or even like this is not possible, else and comma if. Okay. This is not possible. So like that you can write, and then you can explain why elif can be used, why if can be used, okay, and why else is used. Or if you want, I can write it for you, but if you understood, you can write from your
Yeah.
understanding only. Uh, do it.
And for if statements and elif and else, we should use colons at the end.
See, the structure syntax is like this. Yeah,
Uh,
this colon is required. Hmm.
uh, because yesterday when we were writing um, x equal to 10 and name equal to Rama,
No,
something like that.
that time we are assigning values. That is the difference. See,
Mm,
here we are assigning values,
mm,
but here we are checking values. So
uh,
is greater than is not an assignment, it is a
no, it's a
check.
okay.
So that is the only difference here. If the
Okay.
double equal to I am doing, so I am checking it, I am not assigning it. So it will check whether x value is 0 or not.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm?
I did it completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Is it done?
Yeah. I mean, you want me to do it on
Oh no, I want you
Python?
to write all those things. That's why we are
Yeah,
waiting.
I already said I wrote it.
Oh my God.
I was,
Then wait.
as you're running it, I'm just waiting.
Fine, 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 fine. Got it. See. No, no, I was just doing those things. Okay. See, now we will check what is happening. Okay. And whatever I will do, you will have to do all those things in your PC, and you have to write it with a conditions like first condition or your first combination, second combination, third combination, like that. Do all the combination, write it somewhere. Okay. And you have to figure it out like what is happening, how it is working and all. Hmm? I'll show you, and then you have to do it. There, that will be your next task. Okay.
Yeah, you said you'll tell me why you're using double equals there, right?
I told you already. Remember? Oh, I'll tell it again. No worries. Okay. See, single equal to we use when we are doing any assignment. That means if we are assigning, sorry, if we are assigning a value to a variable, we will use single equal to. Double equal to we use whenever we want to compare. Okay. So compare the value. So what it is doing, the if this if statement is comparing the value of x whether it is 0 or not.
Mm-hmm.
Got my point?
Yeah.
If we want to compare it with 2, we'll do this. Okay, like that. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm. So that is the difference. Now, now see what I mean combination we have taken. We have taken two if condition, two elif condition, and else condition. Okay, and you have to tell me which one will execute based on the input that I am giving here. Okay, so I am providing a 5. Now tell me which one will get executed.
Normally should be used
Sorry,
since it is more zero, x is more than 5, the print
hmm.
should be used.
Which one? So used. Okay, this one you are saying line number
Uh,
34, right?
uh,
Huh.
uh.
Correct. So this if statement will be executed. What about elif and else? What will happen to these?
If it is not, then it will come to the
No,
other
in
one.
current situation, what it will happen?
I mean, they won't
They won't
execute.
execute. Correct. Okay. Why? Because if statement is satisfied, elif has no existence, and in the similar case, else will be having no existence. Got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
We are having two if condition. Okay. So which I have given. I'll show you also which will get execute. Huh? I'll run it and see. In output we get used. So that means that line number 34 yani or means 33 33rd line got executed. Okay. Rest none of them executed. Now tell me I have given this value as 0. Now what will happen? Which one will get executed?
Um, it should be first condition match.
Hmm. Cool. See. First condition match and 0 got executed.
Ah, okay, both. Okay.
Wait a second. First condition got matched and this 0 got executed. 0 why? Because x should be equal to 0 and this L if is connected with this else if statement. Okay, so that's why it's okay.
But we
Let me
gave the same statement, same conditions for both if and else. So maybe
no
that's the
no
reason.
that no try to understand the concept. Okay,
So
why
what is
here
the
two?
difference between 31
uh,
condition and 35 condition?
Condition is same.
Okay.
Condition is same,
Hmm.
but the concept is something else. The concept is like what is happening here is line 31st if condition got satisfied and it got printed. Okay, first condition match. Then the interpreter went to line number 33
Hmm.
and it checked. Why it checked? Because these are independent statements, right? So it will check and it checked and it did not find it satisfied. Whenever if statement will not get satisfied, what will happen? If else will execute. Got it?
Okay.
Huh. Then what happened? It went to 35th line. It checked whether x equals to 0 or not. It got checked, and that's why we are getting this 0. Okay. One if else got satisfied, it will not check other else if. Okay, elif.
Okay.
And similarly, it will not check the else statement.
Mhm.
Did you understood?
Yeah.
Even if got satisfied, still elif is getting executed. Why? Because there is another if statement, and this elif is having this one line number 35. Elif is having no dependency on first if condition.
Mm,
It has nothing to do with this. If it fails, it fails. If it pass, if it pass, it has nothing to do.
mm,
Got it? Got it or
yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Why? Because the nearest if condition is this one. You
Good.
can write these points.
Yeah.
Take this example. If elif l. First if has no dependency on elif. Only talk about elif. I have not spoken about else. We will see that part. You're writing notes on PC. I'll copy paste it for you.
Uh, I'm writing it on book.
Okay, fine.
For the reference, you can just copy it and paste it on
Yeah,
chat.
I'll do that. Or else you can click a picture of it from your phone. And later on you can add those things there
Okay.
so that we can save our time
Yeah.
sometime.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'll write it for you. You can write this example and you can put this comment. Okay, I'm pasting the comments. Okay, so that is the thing. Now see, but understanding is more important, I must say. If you understand na, and with little hands on, it will be there forever in your mind. Okay, now the next thing, if the first statement gets satisfied. Okay, okay, let's say that none of these statement gets satisfied. Will the else will execute? Okay, this is the next question. If none of the if and elif will execute, else should execute. That is the thing, right?
Yeah.
But if this happens that none of the execute, what will happen? Okay,
Negative.
we'll see. The else got executed. So got my point.
Yeah.
This else is having a dependency on all of these.
Mm,
If none of them will get executed, else will definitely get executed. You can write this point. This is your second example. You can click the picture of this. Also write the output. Okay, wherever you are taking the notes now, there also put the output.
okay. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
So you're getting my points, right?
Mm.
And do all these combinations and all from your side. Attempt doing all this.
Okay.
So mostly we have covered all the situations. There is nothing left. But if you get any questions or anything, you can let me know. Okay, just for an exercise, I've given you a five. Okay, and here we are having this condition is equal to 0 equal to 0. Now tell me what will happen.
False.
Great, you understood it.
Yeah.
This is called control statements. So this basic part of syntaxes are clear. You have to do this exercise of this control structure. Do as much as you can.
Mm.
Don't
Okay.
just settle up in one. Write maximum combinations and all, and do it repetitive times and all. Also, you can do.
Okay.
The next part is loops, and we will not go ahead of this today. It will be enough. I mean, it will be more for you to handle. Otherwise, I mean, you need to prepare this. I mean, do the hands-on. Okay, so we will take some time for this, and after this, we will go for function, then lambda functions, which is very important, and it is like an you can say an advanced thing. Okay, then we are having data structures. Then inside the data structure we will rate list tuples, dictionaries and other stuffs. Okay, but first let's stick to loops. So here in loops, see what is a loop. You must have seen a running track, right?
Mm-hmm.
The starting point and the ending point are getting matched, I mean getting combined, right? So
Yeah.
if a person is running in a sprint, it will be continuously running for some 10 sprints, 15 sprints, like that. I mean the one round is one sprint. So in a marathon race there are multiple sprints, and people, I mean the athletes used to run on it. So that is called loop. So if we are having any such things in which we want to execute the same process again and again for certain time of I mean the repetition, so we go for the concept of loop. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
got it. So we are having two types of loop. Basically we are having three types, but here in Python we are having two types: for loop and while loop. Okay, so first we will see for loop, and where we use which one. For loop we will use when we know how many times we have to execute. Okay, exact count or some condition is there which we want. And while loop, if we do not, I mean in while loop it's like, if we do not know what is the extra condition and all is there, but we know like only this many times it should run, then we can go directly with like while loop. But if we are having condition and we are knowing it, and then in that case we can go for loop also. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So here let me copy it. Copy it. Cool. So what we will do, we will comment this for now. Okay. Again, we will correct it, the indentation and all. So we are having,
One
yeah.
question. Can
Hmm.
can you go up? Uh, for giving to slash symbol, did you select everything and gave one slash?
Hmm.
So
Yes.
okay, if we do that, it
Like,
will come to all the lines.
yeah. Command and forward slash. Okay. Just behind a shift key now, we are having forward slash. So if we again press, it will got uncommented. If we press again, it will got commented.
Okay.
Hmm. Cool. See, for I in range 5, okay, and print 5. Here I have added some space, so that means it is under for loop. For is what? For is a loop. Okay. What is I? I is a variable. In range, whenever we talk about a range now,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So if we given here 5, so it will execute from 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5 number will not come. Got it?
Yeah.
Hmm. So let's do that. Let's print it, and we will get to know. See here. So what it does for I we have not given any value, but we have given this statement in range 5. So starting point we have not mentioned, only the last point we have mentioned, that 5 till 5 we want, and it is understood by it that from 0 to 5 uh, we wanting it. Okay, so that's why whenever it went inside, first value of I will be 0. When it will go again inside this, the I value will be 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Likewise, understood?
Mm-hmm.
Next example is when we have given the starting point. If we have given 2, it will start from 2. So 2 is not an, you can say like 2 is the value, or we can say indices also. But about that, I will talk about in data structure, not here. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
So don't get confused. So it's simple, like, right? Simple. A range, if we are talking about 5, it will start from 0 and it will not include the last one, whatever we are given. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it will go for only till 4. So it is like 2 to 5 when we say, then 2, 3 and 4. It will not go to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Understood?
So it'll calculate from 0.
If we have not given a starting point.
Mm.
Okay. Now tell me, if I have given 100, so what will happen?
0 to 99 it'll print.
0 to 99 will get printed. Okay. Now if I do one thing, I have done this. So now what will happen? What I have done, this 52 line. I
1.
have provided, then I have provided plus, and then equal to 1. So this will do what? Whatever the value of I will be there, it will increment it by 1.
Mm.
Okay. So I think there will be no effect, but let's see. See, there is no effect. Why? Because this I value is not decided by here, but decided from here, range thing. So that's why it did not get printed up. But if we will delete, we will cut it from here and we will put it here. Now what will happen? I value will be 0 only in the first term. It will come inside, but at line number 51 there will be one increment, and I value will become 1. And what we will be getting printed out? 1.
1.
Not in spite of 0, we will be getting 1. And this time from 1 to 5 we will be getting printed. See,
Mm.
so you understood the placements.
Yeah.
Increment was happening here also when we have kept it down, but it was not affecting it. Why? Because whenever it is going here, the value of I is deciding by the range factor, not by this one. If we put another print here, see, it will print. Okay, it will print. It will be the same scenario what I did before. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
It will same scenario. It will print, but it is not getting affected. Why? Because I value is decided by range. Here it is deciding now.
Mm.
For loop is deciding. But if we, before printing, if we change the value, if we manipulate the value, then in printing it will get printed. Okay, got it? See, the first value was 0, but we got 0 and 1. First 51th line 0 and 53 line 1. Okay,
Mm.
got it? That is the thing for I, for loop. We will see the advanced things for about for in coming lectures. Okay, even if when we will be going for writing programs now, at that time also a lot of things we will see. Okay, for now for is clear to you. Then
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and we'll see the example of while loop. Okay, see, even if I do this one as commented now, still nothing will get printed. Okay, so we will not be getting struck on the output side even though we have not provided 50th line, but it will give us error because this is incomplete statement for Python. For loop is we have defined, but we have commented it, so there's nothing inside, so it is giving us an error. So we have to do like this. Okay, so whatever is there that is creating issue, we can comment it out. See here, line number 28, I have not commented it out. Okay, because it
Mm.
is not creating any issue for me. See here, the assignment I have not commented it out. Only
Because
the,
we are not using X anywhere in the bottom,
no,
correct?
correct. So even if it is processing, but it will not affect us, so I just left it. But when we are working in project, we will never do this. Huh? If something is not required, we will not comment it out. We will remove it. Okay,
Yeah.
that is best practices actually. Now come to the while loop. See what will happen here. A while loop is also called as infinite loop. Okay. So if we will not provide any such statement in which while loop should stop, it will not stop. It will keep on running till infinite. Okay. I'll show you an example. So here what we are having, I value is 0, and while I is less than 5, it will print, right? So the I value is not getting changed, so it will always be 0, and that's why the while loop don't know when to close, because it is always getting an input which is satisfying it.
Mhm.
Okay. If we execute, see, it went on infinite times. If we will not stop it, it will run until battery is there in the PC. Got it?
Yeah.
To stop it, we are having this red button, we can click on this. Okay. So that is a while loop. So whenever we are performing this while loop, we should be very much sincere about this. I once forget in an interview, okay, and I was not getting this error happening. It was taking a lot of time and nothing was happening because we are using online compiler. There we cannot see that this is getting printed or not. Okay. And I missed this part and I was not getting what is the issue and all. And like it took me some time, and then only I figured it out. Okay, I have used while loop and I have not stopped it, and it is going on infinite. Everything was correct only, so I was not getting where it is failing. Okay. So that was the thing, we should not forgetting to stop while loop, and it is very simple, and a lot of people do this silly mistake. Now see what we have done. We have incremented the value of I by +1. Every time it will get executed. So it will execute only till 5 times, because after 5 the value of I will be greater than or equal to 5. Here see, here only one statement is there, that is less than 5. So whenever I value will be 5, it will not execute. Let's see. Got it? We can provide it like this. What happened? Less than equal to we can provide. Okay, so like this also we can provide. So in this case it will execute for fifth also. See, so two conditions we can provide. Got it? Here
When
two
I
conditions are
equal.
there. Initially it was like this, I is less than 5. You understood this one?
Hmm.
Hmm? But I want 5 to be included. Then we go for like this. We'll add a equal to after the greater one symbol. So we do like this. We can do like this. Only this much is possible. There are no much customization. Okay.
Hmm.
So we can do like this. Sorry. We can go like greater than or equal to. We can go like double equal to for comparison. We can go for single greater than, or we can go for single less than. So these are the conditions we can opt for. Okay. These are comparator, I mean comparing statements. Got it?
Yeah.
You can write it down, take a picture, or write it by yourself.
So when both um, for and while are related to loops, what
Hmm.
is the main difference between these both?
See, for loop we will go when we are having a condition to match. We are having a condition, right? Range is 5.
Huh.
So here we don't have anything, so we have provided range. But in coming time, we can get a lot of conditions, okay, which we can implement in for loop.
Mhm.
Hmm? We will see it whenever the
Okay.
problem will come. Now we will see there are a lot of things. So when
Okay.
conditions are there, we go for. When we do not have any condition, we just know how many times the loop should run, we go for while.
Okay.
That's it for today. Practice it.
But normally this I plus equal to 1 should be written before print, right? Because when it is compiling, first I equal 0 and
Correct,
while
correct. See, I got your point. See, here what was happening. The value of I was decided by this range factor. This range is having this understanding that it should start from 0, then go
mm,
for
mm,
1, then 2, then 3, then
mm,
4, and it
mm.
should not contain the fifth, the last
Correct.
element. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the understanding of range.
Mm,
Here, what is happening? Here we have provided I, and there is no such range thing.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
If we will not provide anything now, so I will be I only.
mm,
So you have seen, right? when
mm.
when we have commented it out, it went on infinite loop, remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I value was 0 only. There is nothing which is manipulating its value, right?
Okay.
So
Can
that's what. Huh.
can we check to write this statement before I print I? Can I see what happens?
You want to hear?
Why I
Here,
want to
add this.
see. Okay.
Here,
Uh,
you tell me what should happen before
uh,
running it.
I
Start reading the scripts.
so I equal to 0,
Why should be
while
0?
I is less than 5.
First read line number 54. Tell me what is happening.
Yeah, I equal to 0,
The value of I is 0.
0.
Line number 55, what is happening?
So when I equal to 0, while I is less than 5,
Huh. So it will go
and
inside, right? Line number
correct.
56, it went inside.
So
Now what will
now
happen?
I plus 1, I plus equals to 1.
So
So the
what is
first,
it doing? What is the value
uh,
of I now?
1.
1. Very good. So here the value of I was 0. Here in this line also value of I was 0.
Uh,
In this line the value of I is
1.
1.
Uh,
So now what will we get printed out?
1, 2.
2. No. First it will print I. Then it will again go to line number 55.
Uh,
In the second times the value of I will be 1 only,
1. Okay.
because it was 1.
Uh, uh, uh,
The decision is taken in 56th line. Here the value will become 2, and then we will be getting value as 2. Now again the y, it will run for while loop. Okay,
yeah.
the program,
Okay. Yeah.
the value of it will be 2.
Uh,
Initially how it was when we have not provided this? Initially this was down, right? Oh, you want
mm.
to see, right?
No,
See.
initially it's 0, 0, 0 all the time. It's 0.
No, when it is not there, then only. But
Uh,
when it is there, then it is not 0.
uh,
See,
no.
at that time we have removed this line actually. Now we are having this line. So see what is happening. Similar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 got printed,
Yeah.
and 0 is not got printed because 0 got added to plus 1. Hmm? But when we put this line here, this thing is not going to happen. Okay, we are getting the values from 0 till 4 because we are not having an
Ah,
equal to statement.
okay. Understand. Okay.
Do it by yourself. Find the probability, find the combinations, do it from your side. Take out the conclusions that you are getting, and write it down. Do all kind of possibilities, whatever it is there.
Yeah.
You can even, I mean, I have not taught you yet, but even let it be, we'll see. But to just try here for loop and while loop, because these things are basics and it should be clear, and you should be able to recall it every time. Cool.
Yeah.
That's all for today. Only till loops we will study, and next time we'll study the function and lambda. With these two, the syntax part will be done. So how was today's lesson? All okay?
Yeah. Yeah.